Hello and welcome everyone. This is Race on Oz. It's Monday night. It's the PC League. My name is Nick, and we are getting set to do 110 minutes of the famous Nordschleife this evening as round number 7 of the season, as we come right towards the end of the season. So only 2 more races to go after this one. So there's been obviously 6 preceding this one and 7th tonight. Let's take a look at where we are. So we're at Zandvoort last week. This week, the Nürburgring or Nordschleife, then Valencia and Paul Ricard coming up in the next couple of weeks. Before we get to tonight's proceedings, though, let's take a look at last week's winner. So it was Andrew Lawrenson who took home victory. That was his 3rd victory of the season. So that definitely gave his championship standings a little bit of a boost. After missing a couple of races this season so far. So congratulations to the 444 race victory number 3 for the season. Then it was silver class winner once again, 4 on the trot, is Peter Wall, the number 17 in the Ferrari. Another fantastic effort from him last week out at Zandvoort. He was able to take a class victory. Was a relatively uneventful race for him, so he wasn't hindered too much throughout, and was able to bring it home there in P1 in class. So that's his 4th class victory overall for the season. And then last week, after self-reporting, Mark Stevens crossed the line first in AM class, but had an incident at the end of the race, self-reported, and therefore lost a position and did lose the AM class victory. So that belonged to Lee Perkins, making it his 2nd AM class victory of the season. So big congratulations to all our winners, Lee Perkins, Peter Wall and Andrew Lawrenson, which brings us to our standings. And they have been changed once again. So there was a late change this afternoon. It's still Max Ricker leading the way. He's just got 11 points less. But like I said, it doesn't change the championship standings too much. Terry Rayton sitting in 2nd. Jack Steele continues to have his great season. He was 2nd last week in P3 in the championship. Andrew Lawrenson, as I mentioned, that was his 3rd race victory of the season. He's missed a couple of races, sitting there in 4th. 5th is Paul Russell. 6th is Benjamin Signet. 7th is Matt Frost in the BMW. Mitch Hayes in 8th. James Pierre Reid and Peter Wall rounding out the top 10. So that was just the points are a little bit different than what you see on the screen, but all the positions are all good. I don't think anyone watching is going to question that too much. Here's the silver and the AM class championships. Peter Wall sitting there in 1st. It should be 4 victories. What is going on? Seriously. Did I update it? Oh, that's round 5. I've used the wrong ones. I don't know. Because hang on a second. So it's Peter Wall. He's in 1st on 188 points. 3 class victories. I thought he had 4. I've looked at the wrong one. Clearly. There you go. Yeah, Peter Wall, Neil Fakney, Adrian Rice, Chris Hildebrandt and Mark Hurley. So it's all the same. Herbertron, Wally Masterson, Lee Perkins, Stevens, Lewin and Simeon Coco. Yeah, it's all the same in there. And then you've got all the ballast and everything else like that all sorted out. I wonder... who cares? Alright. So that's all done. Let's have a look where we are. So last week we was in Zandvoort. This week we're skipping across the border to Germany from Holland. And this is the famous Nordschleifer. So 179 turns. I think it's around about that anyway. And it's 20.8 kilometers in length. That's incorporating the GP circuit. You can see at the start there. I've included some of the section names, not all of them. I have tried to... I've done a lot of research actually, because my first attempt at this track was no good. So I have changed. I've changed tact, and I've tried to be a little bit more studious, and I've got a lot of information that I'm prepared. Will be sharing with you this evening through the carousel, the famous carousel. That's what most people know. Whipperman as well through there, out of the Dovetail into Flats Garden, Gulgenkopf as well. I've got all the corner names along the Dota High. What's it called? Not a good start, is it? What was it called again? The Dota High or whatever it is. The Dotinger Ho. There we go. It's like 2 kilometers long. Super fast section. All right, so not a great start, is it? I'm no good at the 100-minute races. Let's see who's on top of the standings. We've got 8 minutes left in qualifying. 8 minutes left. Max Ricker sitting atop of the times. Andrew Lawrenson not racing this evening, as he mentioned last week. But yeah, 8 minute 12.9. It's an extremely long lap. Obviously, 20 kilometres. There's Max Ricker. Where's he making his way through? Now, this is... he's into the wall. It is going to be a bit of a race of survival this evening, I think. We're going to see a lot of that. I only got 16, so this could get a little bit tricky. If we lose 1 or 2 early, or 3 or 4, it could be a very, very long 110 minutes. Jack Steele, he is out there as well. James Pierre Reid, he's currently sitting in 3rd position right now. Is he making his way through? Yeah, my track map doesn't necessarily align. Oh, that's really going to suck. I think it's like that. Oh, it's almost upside down. Oh, that is terrible. That is really bad. Oh, that's going to be so hard. Man. Yeah, that's going to be challenging thing all evening. Adrian Rice, he said he wasn't racing. Why has he got? He hasn't got his livery. There you go. The team. I'm not actually racing. There you go. There you go. For a guy not racing, he's doing all right. He's 4th in the on circuit right now. This is Paul Russell. He says he's going to just get the leather seats out this evening. He's not going to try and push too hard. He's not confident around here. So doing all right at the moment. Up in P5. Oh, I know where this is. That's Gulgenkopf, also known as Gallows Head. That corner there. There we go. There's the first one on the Dotinger Ho. I think it's called. Almost 2 kilometres in length as we go on to Albany. That's what speed we're going to see this evening. He's in 6th position right now. Time is 6:18 a.m. I think the race is going to start at 4 a.m. I think. So we're going to see some weather transition, day transition. You see speed on there. Yeah, 271, 274. Up through where's this? This is, I think, Tiergarten. Oh, that's at Hohenrhein. And then he's on the GP circuit now. Alright. I'm going to struggle, but I'll try and do the best that I can. Here's Terry Rayton. That is just up towards... It is upside down. Oh, he's on that part of the circuit. That's out through... I'm not even going to pretend I know where the hell he is. I'm just going to be winging it all night. Here's Peter Wall. He's in 8th position. James Mack, he is in 9th. That was Matthew Marsh as well that we saw there. There he is. So we haven't seen him for a little while. He's back this evening. Here's Matt Frost in the familiar 666. Lee Perkins, last week's AM race winner throwing it through the chicane there. He's going to be starting the lap here. Not too sure. He might be actually. Here's Neil Fakeney sitting in 13th at the moment. Herbertron. Zach Jensen. Zach Jensen. Have we seen Zach Jensen this before? Night Vision Racing 256. Oh, I like the red headlights. I wonder if this is his first race, Zach Jensen. I can't recall seeing him. Or no. I think this might be his first race. So if it is, welcome. That's a nice shot, wasn't it? And then Wally Masterson in 16th. What have we got here? We've got car number 33. That's Lee Perkins. Is he about to go on and do another lap? Might stick with James Pierre Reid because he's coming. Alright, he's about to pull off. Here's the other one, 85. Terry Rayton. That is just up near. Alright, Icekin, it's called. I think one of the corners through there. Ice Curve. That was a cool little story behind that. Is because it has the amount of trees that it has there. It gets colder later. It's one of the last parts of the circuit to get cold. It gets cold as ice. That's why they called it Ice Curve in English. He's about to come through Klein's Carousel as well. I've read the story about that. I've done so much research for this. It sounds like I haven't, but I have. I just don't really have it all in a... I don't necessarily have it all in like a tangible, easy to digest and pull out in front of me when I need it kind of format. So, but I don't think people are really going to care too much about that, are they? As he makes his way down the building road. Building a straight. Where does he go? He goes underneath the, what's it called? Antonio's Bush, also known as Bilstein Bridge. Where's that come out? Right there. Boom. So Antonio's Bush, which is tree, which stands for tree, I think. There was a tree that stood there up until 1932, when they had to cut it down to put in a part of the public road. This track has been around for like forever, like the 1920s. I think 1926 they started building it, and then they had to stop for the war, so they stopped for a couple of years, and it was all primarily done for tourism, as a lot of the older circuits. Mazzano definitely springs to mind. So very interesting story, and it was primarily used for racing in the beginning, but then as cars got faster, it became unsafe. So obviously Formula One used to race there. Once those cars started to get a lot faster, and safety was more of a focus, the track was deemed to be quite unsafe. So it sort of lay dormant. It didn't lay dormant for a while, but there wasn't a lot of racing that happened there for a fair while, until predominantly the German manufacturers started using it for testing. And because of the nature of the circuit being 179 corners, and such different conditions throughout, it proved to be quite a good test track. And so the German manufacturers had a lot of success there. And so as the popularity of testing grew, more and more manufacturers decided, we're a 10-minute wait time. Are we serious? So as a lot of manufacturers had success there, it had a bit of a revival, if you like. Whereas now, it's always been a publicly accessible road. They obviously have is it the VLN there, or the VNL? VLN, I think it is. They have that there throughout. They obviously have the 24-hour race as well, as we saw this year, but they only had about 6.5 hours, I think, of race time. What else? What else do I know about it? There's a lot of cool stories to the corners, which I will try and go throughout, just in case the racing gets a little bit boring. But this is Zach Jensen, so where's he? He's P15 right now. He's having a crack out there. I wonder if he's got a livery and I just have to download it. Apologies if that is the case. Now I watched a guy on YouTube, I can't remember his name, but he had like an encyclopedic understanding of this truck. Peter Wall. There we go, he's down there dotting your her. Maybe I could go off this big one right here. No, it's upside down. Why do they do that? It'd be good if I could get the track. Anyway, we'll work it out. What a long wait time. But Max Ricker, 8 minutes 12. So pretty close between he and Jack Steele, only 7/10 of a second. And then it's kind of, it's daylight to the rest. So James Pierre Reid is 5.3 seconds behind. Alright, that's good. I'm not going to have to wait another 6 or 7 minutes. But Max Ricker, congratulations. He takes out the pole position. Adrian Rice, not bad for a guy who's not racing, in P5, highest of the silver class runners. And then Matthew Marsh is on his return, is in P12 outright, but ahead in the AM class. So that's the grid getting all set for 110 minutes. And we're only going to do the short warm-up lap as well. So that's good. So yeah, let's get to it, I reckon. Let's see how long it's going to take. Oh, there we go. 3 minutes. Ripper, look at that. Told you, it started at 4 a.m. How exciting. That is in itself is exciting. Alright, cool. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. And then we'll quickly go through the grid again. And they'll start the warm-up lap. And we will get this thing underway. Be back soon.
30 seconds.
Alright, we're back. So here we go. Here's the grid.
20 seconds.
Just working out my logistics right now. Yeah.
10 seconds.
Like that. Boom. Look at that. Can't really look at it because I can't read it. Alright. So the lights are on. And we will be getting underway very shortly. Oh man. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Had a good Monday. I see Heather Russell in the chat. Hey Heather. So they're going down the Dottingerhur. I am half Dutch, so I feel like I can pronounce some of them, like Antonius Buch, Graten, Groenrijn, Gatsenbach, Groenijken, Vloedplatz, Schwiedekruis, Krug, Vugtreier. I don't know all of them, but here we go. So this is the tricky little part here. So they'll come. Oh, this is where they'll come. Yeah, onto the circuit, and we should get to start very, very shortly here. Now, if everyone's smart, everyone will just take it nice and easy through here. There's a green light. So it looks like Ricker got a good start. So did Pierre Reid. Paul Russell's done a good job off the start there as well. The rest of the pack all feeds through. Oh, we got someone. Frost, I saw. No, I think everyone's. Oh, that's Matt Frost who's going around. That was Jensen in there as well. What happened to Frost? Go here. This is all feeding into turn one. That was James Mack. Oh, that's Lee Perkins in there as well. Matt Frost running wide. Matthew Marsh running wide. And there's what ended up with Matt Frost. So, unfortunately for him, he's fallen all the way to the rear of the field. He's now in P16 as we're looking at Ricker, who's stayed in the lead, but it's Pierre Reid who's jumped a spot from third to second. In the Honda there. So Jack Steele was only 7/10 slower than Pierre Reid, who was about 5.3 seconds slower than Max Ricker. So Pierre Reid's going to have the job to do as Russell. He's got right? We've got Terry Rayton tucked in behind him. These two kind of coming together last week as well, so once again like magnets drawn to one another. Pretty cool though that we get some early morning racing. As Neil Fakeney and James Mack. What's happened, James Mack? Let's go to the replay. Oh, he's just got on the curves by himself, and it's rough. That's a rough start to the race. Alright, so he's fallen down to where is he? He's down in P15. He's got Wally Masterson just up ahead of him, who pulls over. Oh, Matt gets on the grass as well. Gets that move done. This is Matt Frost making his way back up through the field. As they're going over, where is that? I think that's near Schweikenkreig. I think that's near where they are. They're at a Cotton Bomb, I think. Cotton Bomb. otherwise known as wasn't supposed to be there for this part, I think. It's like a no-name point for a long time. Yeah, where is it? Alright, that's Frost. Let's get back to some action at the front of the field. So here's some close battles we got going on. This is Steel. He's all over the back of Pierre Reed. Other battle going on is Adrian Rice. He's all over the back of Paul Russell right now, who looks like Terry Rayton managed to get past. And then this is Benjamin Hignett we're riding on board with. He's following the Ferrari, Peter Wall. And looks like Steele is managing, I thought he had managed to get past Pierre Reed. They make a bit of contact. Both escape without any major incident there. Coming up to the right-hander of Arenberg, or Aren Mountain, as it's otherwise, it's the English version of it. And we'll go through Posterstrab and then Futscore. I'm not going to particularly know anything about this track. Here's Mac. So we've got some good scraps going on for the front places. So Ricka's got a 4.4 second lead. Steele is tucked in behind Reed, who was able to get ahead early. And this is Terry Rayton we're on board with. That's the view from behind. Time is on, I think it's on a double multiplier, times 2. So go through the carousel here. The Caracciolo carousel, it's called. It's named after some dude named Caracciolo. Built in 32. It wasn't actually there when the track was built in 27. Rudolph Caracciolo is his name. There you go. He's actually the first to find out that you can actually ride over those the concrete slabs there. So he was able to gain a lot of time, hence it was named after him. That's cool. That's what I mean. That's history in the circuit, nearly 100 years old. Pretty wild. So here's Steele. Aston Martin hunting down Pierre Reed. And Rico just continues to open up the gap out to 5.3 seconds now. That's Matt Frost getting past Herbertron. Let's have a look at that on the replay. That's a big hit for Herbertron as well. That's going to do a lot of damage. So we'll probably see him in the pits. Yeah, that's where he ended up. So that's rough. Adrian Rice here. That's Terry Rayton. What happened, Terry? That's Peter Wall. Sort of nowhere to go there. Let's go to the replay. So you got light just over the dip there. Then again, and then it's a decent old whack. And then here's Peter Wall. Nowhere to go. What do? He makes a little bump there. That's not too bad. Not too bad. As I think Herbertron, that's it. He's pulled the plug. He's teleported back to the pits. Let's stick with these two cars. So this is Peter Wall his way past the Mustang. Looks like it's carrying a little bit of damage there as well. And he gets that move done as he goes under the Antonio's Bridge. Yeah, Antonio's tree, which stood there up until 1930. 1932. Oh, Peter Ward. No, no. So yeah, Herbertron, there he is in there. So looks like it's an early night for him. I wonder if he'll continue to circulate around or what will happen. Terry Rayton, he makes his way into the pits. There you go. That's the reason why. So he almost lasted a whole lap, which is no mean feat around here. To Paul Russell. So Adrian Rice, he last week said that's it, I'm done. Who else in the pits? Lee Perkins, what happened there, man? Alright, so that's a big hit somewhere. He's going to be in the pits for a little while, one would think, with that amount of damage. We'll see if he can make his way back out at some stage. Yeah, so Adrian Rice said, nah, I'm done. I don't want to race anymore. Hence the team name. I'm not actually racing. But yeah, he's doing quite well as they go through. That was the Michael Schumacher S's. Down through fast flowing right-hander. They come up to the chicane from here. And then it's a sharp left. We actually begin. So I think that first part is T13. It's got the grandstand for turn 13. That's Hudson Park, I think. You've got a 5.9 second gap on Steele. Last 40 seconds there. I think that's Ironberg through there. It's a series of rights and lefts. Up through Foxhole. Oh no! Almost lost it there, Pierre Reid, just the back end. Looks like Fake Me gets past Peter Wall. What happened here? So there's Peter Wall just up in the distance. Oh, that's Wall in the fence. And there he is. So he was able to avoid on the opening lap Terry Rayton. He was able to sort of get away with it, but not so much on that lap there for Neil Fakeney. Looks like Herbertron is back out there. He's got a drive-through penalty, so it's probably for speeding in the pit lane when he was in there. Have a look at that lovely sight right there. The detail of the circuit is just quite phenomenal. They actually allow spectators actually like on the circuit itself on the warm-up lap. They're behind like a a roped off section, like they're in front of the arm code. It's quite interesting, actually. It's really cool to see. Cars aren't doing any kind of pace, just warming up. Looks like James Mack has teleported back to the pits as well. So that's potentially the end of his evening. As Pierre Reid just scrapes the wall. Still relatively bunched up nicely here. Making their way through. Where are they now? They're through the carousel now. Right there. There you go. That's an easy one. Adrian Rice doing a fantastic job so far this evening. He proclaimed he didn't know the corner names, so that makes two of us. Head down the hill. So good scrap going on right now. This man still is in the lead. He's been able to maintain that gap at 5.5 seconds, so he's just chugging along at the moment. Benjamin Hignett, another one who's making some moves. Where did he start? He started in 7th. So currently 6th. He's made up a spot so far. He's chasing down Paul Russell. Great onboard stuff around here. 4:39 in game time. Gets a little bit of air there. That is at is it Ripperman? I think it might have been through. Or Heg. Which one gets the Jones? Hedwig's height. Hedwig is the wife of the godfather of the Nürburgring. Oh, look at that. I put fine just name. Someone Kreutz. Didn't update my notes. Like he can. Over 2 kilometers this straight, so it's foot flat to the floor, straight up drag race between the two. That's great stuff. Oh, super close. Oh, he gets it done. Oh, it doesn't quite get it done. So Russell able to stay ahead in the Porsche. Pierre Reid as well. Matt Frost looks like he gets the move done on Peter Wall. Can he make it 5 class victories in a row? He's got Neil Fakeney leading silver class at the moment, does Peter Wall, and I think he's carrying a bit of damage on that Ferrari as well, so that might dampen his chances a little bit. To live images as Peter Wall making his way into the pits. As mentioned, a little bit of damage there he needed to repair. So back to this scrap for 3rd and 4th. Currently Adrian Rice doing a fantastic job of holding off James Pierre Reid, who I think did qualify ahead of him. He did. So Pierre Reid just lost a couple of spots off the start there. Where has Terry Rayton filtered out? He's in P13 as of right now. Still a very, very long way to go in this one. An hour and a half. We're doing an hour and 50. So just getting started with this one. Number 7 of the season. Only a couple more. Valencia and Paul Ricard. And then we're wrapped for season 3 2024. Good battle going on right now. Hignett and Russell as well. They continue to go at it. James Bridges is not racing. Just came back from the UK for my wedding. Alright. You've been taking part in the season, okay. Right, okay. So wasn't able to get a spot. Oh, Vinny Canero not here. Andrew Lawrenson not here this evening either. How can I make this somewhat entertaining and fun? Drive-through penalty car 512. That's Herbertron. It's a good scrap going on right now though between Paul Russell and Benjamin Hignett. Lots of onboard footage today. Pierre Reid manages to get past Adrian Rice. Let's see how he did that. Oh, Rice just running a little bit wide there. Just the slightest of mistakes. And that was enough for Reid to slip through as we go back to live images. Regather himself and have another go. In the meantime though, we'll head back to Hignett and Russell. They're up towards Romania. They're heading up towards out of Cotton Bomb, I think. Schweidenkreis, Swedish cross. It's a stone cross there. Yeah, then this right-hander coming up after the left-hander. So I think this is Schweidenkreis. And then this right-hander, this is Arenberg, Aren Mountain. There we go. I think it's going to be a series of left, right, as they make their way towards a section known as Foxhole. Yeah, one of the most exciting sections of the track. Fox actually got stuck in a drain pipe there. That stopped the construction at one stage. Oh, bang into the wall. Goes Benjamin Hignett. Let's go back to the replay here. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, that's where it got a little bit loose. And around he goes. Yeah, that's going to be big damage for him. There you can see it. Now I have mentioned this a couple of times on the stream last week that Benjamin Hignett has been known for, in situations like this, not to just pack it in and to fight on. So, that's I don't think I've ever seen the front of McLaren punched in like that before. Look at that. Oh, that's big damage. How's he looking online? I'm sorry, in the car. Looks like it's still handling relatively alright. Yeah, he's got a ways to go to bring it back. Should be alright though. So, Rickard continues to lead though. The gap is at 4.9 seconds. There you go. You can see Jack Steele there in the background. We got 277 topping out at. He goes under Antonio's group. He's up through Tiergarten. Animal Garden. It's actually it's like a pet cemetery just there. Tier, I believe, is for animal garden. Goes back onto the front straight of the GP circuit. The other close battle going on right now in silver class is Fakeney. He's about to overtake Hignett, who's in that wounded McLaren. The highest of the silver class runners is Adrian Rice right now. So, doing a fantastic job in the number 56 McLaren this evening, as Fakeney makes his way past the heavily damaged McLaren, and we're going to see Benjamin Hignett come into the pits to repair that damage, and he does. It's a long lap around if he didn't. That Frost up there in P9, so after getting turned around pretty much on the opening corner, probably turn 2 basically, he has now worked his way back up into P number 8 right now, so good result for him so far. Matthew Marsh having a cracker of a race. He's up there in P7. He's the highest of the AM class runners, and his car is looking very brand new, bright and shiny still. So it looks like he hasn't been caught up in too many issues. Who else? Let's see, biggest fallers and risers and fallers. So, yeah, Fakeney up 5 spots, Marsh up 5, Jensen, he's up 6 spots. So Zach Jensen on, I think it is his season debut, maybe his Ruse debut, possibly, maybe, don't know. He's up 6 spots, and then Wally Masterson, he's up 6 spots as well. So he's having a good run. Biggest fallers, yeah, Rayton down 5, Hignett is back out, he's lost 5 spots, and Peter Wall, he's got it all to do to make it 5 in a row down there in P13. So you'd just be treating this now as damage limitation, try and get around as many complete laps as you can, which is a lot easier said than done around here. He's just making his way through the GP track section of this ginormous racetrack. Who else is out there? Matt Frost. 2.2 seconds. So we haven't... we've lost one. Who have we lost? Not too sure. We definitely lost one. Wall, net, still there. Don't know. So Ricker, what was his last lap? 8:15. Steele did an 8:15.4, so he was half a second faster. But I'm not too sure. You can't really necessarily look at lap times. Just got like fog around at the moment. Oh, that's out through, that was out through near Bergwerk and Lauder Linkskrik, which is the Lauder left kink, which is where Nicky Lauder had his accident all those years ago. That's Frost hunting down Matthew Marsh. Looks like he's making up ground on him at a pretty rapid rate right now. He was a couple of seconds faster on that previous trip around, but like I said, lap times probably don't matter as much around him. We're just keeping it clean, basically. What else is going on here? Terry Rayton, he's only 1.3 seconds behind Wally Masterson, so he's closing on him at a pretty decent rate. So he obviously had those issues. He's made a stop already. He edges closer to the Ferrari, goes down the inside. Gets it done. Nice move from Terry Rayton. That was just up through Kaiserleichen, Klosterl. Oh, one of them is called Courage Curve, Mut Curve. Courage Curve. I think that's up through here. I don't know. It's too brutal to commentate on this circuit. He goes Frost. And we kind of saw a bit of fog before where Max Ricker was. Let's go back. No, not there anymore. Back to Frost and Marsh. Love the undulations, dips and crests. Wild track. That's High Lookout. No, High Acht. That's the High Lookout. This is Hedwig's Height. Oh, that was that other little mini carousel, Klein's Carousel. That other one that we went through. There's two carousels. There's Carousel Carousel, and then there's Klein's Carousel. Can't remember what Klein's Carousel is named after though. Yeah, mini carousel. I don't know if Miners. Anyway, what other close battles do we have going on? This is about the closest. Steele's at 4.6 seconds. He was 4/10 faster that previous lap. 4 seconds now. Ricker, just up ahead. So the Aston Martin's reeling him in right now. They're about to start a brand new lap. What are we, 35 minutes into the race? We're having a look back at Frost and Marsh. They're on the GP track. What's happened to car 33? That's Lee Perkins. Let's see what's happened here. Oh, has he already had an issue and things might... Oh, yep. That's just a slow motion spin. As we'll get back to live images very shortly. There we go. So he's back underway. As we go back to the battle of Frost and Jensen. Not Frost and Jensen, Frost and Marsh. So this is Matthew Marsh. Is it one of his first races of the season, I think? Might have done one or two. He's missed the rest. I think he was overseas from memory. We interviewed him on the stream once. So Frost putting up a good defence here. Not Frost, Marsh is putting up a good defence on Frost, I should say. Gap at the front, 3.4 seconds. So just come down a little bit. That's Perkins in the pits as well. As we're starting to see the sun make a bit of an appearance right now. 5:26 a.m. Yeah, that's Gallinard, Callan Forest. Then this left-hander is Defence Valley. No, is it? Right, so Mark can continue to keep frost. So gap at the front is just extended a little bit by about 1.3 seconds. So maybe Steele's just made a little mistake somewhere. I can't see any witness marks on the car. And there's Max Ricker just up ahead. Guys making their way through. Oh, this is near Ice Curve through here, and then Flad's Garden. Whoa, frost pushing hard. As they come into, they call this part of the track Swallowtail because it looks like the tail of a swallow. And then this is Klein's Carousel into here. There we go. And then the right-hander is Gelben Copse, which is Gallows Head. A high-speed uphill section. Gelben Copse means Gallows Head, named for a gallows that was historically located in the area. There you go. Yeah, so the sun is starting to peek through now. Oh, look at that. There we go. It's a beautiful sight. Matt Frost won't be bothering to look at that though. He's chasing down Marsh, who, to be fair, has kept him behind now for the better part of 15 minutes, I reckon, at least. Back to the GP circuit. See the sun in the rear view, whatever you call that, the video display. Ah, J-Mac, little one is sick, couldn't concentrate on driving, trying to listen to her crying she broke. That's fair enough. Dad's got to be a dad, right? here we go. This is Frost looking on the attack. Not quite though. Right, so these two still the closest cars on the circuit. Gap has closed a little bit. Look at that. 3.6 seconds the difference between Ricker and Steele right now. Pretty much the two closest cars on track. Still, as it has been for a while, we're almost, we're about 46 and a half minutes into it. So, creeping up on the halfway mark. Right now, Adrian Rice is head of the silver class. So doing a great job right now in team I'm Not Actually Racing. And then Matthew Marsh is ahead in the AM class. Trying to hold on there to... Ooh, what's happened here? So... it was Wally Masterson. He had an off here. Oh yeah, there he is, just crawling on the side of the circuit. I think he's just pulling over for Peter Wall, who scoots through up into P12. He's third in silver class right now. That looks like it was Neil Fakney just up ahead as well. So there you go, you can see him there. So these guys have slowly just crept up on him. Only 1.8 seconds the difference between Fakey and Marsh. Frost looking to have a go. So up through, just that was through Closterall again. Coventry Valley. Coventry Valley. There used to be a convent in that area. There was like a monk in the area, the Covenant, which is nearby, until certain period of time, so they call it Covenant Corner. And then obviously through the carousel. And then just up towards here, yeah, this is High Lookout, so I think it's one of the highest parts of the circuit. Not 100% sure on that. So Frost 286, Marsh 278, so he's got an 8 kilometre speed difference. Jensen 287. Let's see if he can get a run on him. Run to the dirt and go straight. No, he's lost a bit of ground on him. So here's Marsh though, he's made up some ground on Fake Nick. And Pierre Reid is pitting right now, so I think that's a strategy call for Reid as well. He was sitting in 3rd position. Oh, look at those scenes, that's gorgeous. So he's pulled a bit of a gap to Frost down the straight, and I don't think Frost has got any damage to his car though. We saw him spin early on, but I don't think it would have been that much of an issue. That's Russell in the pits as well, so he was one of the cars ahead. So he and Reid, there you go, Reid has made his stop. All done. Russell doing his right now. And now back to these two. Oh, here we go. Frost gets a little run. And Marsh not giving it up without a fight. He's held on to it for such a long time. He doesn't want to let it go. But Frost said, no, I want to... want that position. He's been able to get it done. So Matt Frost finally gets past. Looks like Hignett got past Russell because Russell was in the pit. So Hignett's been able to get back up into P10. And then the gap at the front of the field has narrowed. 2.6 seconds is the difference. So 1.7 seconds the difference on that last lap. That's all I can really go off. Let's see if I can see splits. Looked like it was made up in the last sector. It was about 6 or 7 tenths faster in that last sector, and he was a couple of tenths faster in the second sector as well with Steele over Ricker. So that's where he made up some of the ground. Just the sun peeking through more and more. It's almost 6 a.m. Here's Terry Rayton. This is Mustang versus Mustang. So he's got Jensen just up ahead of him. As this is about to go through Arenberg now. Yeah, he gets the move done. Nice work there from Rayton. Look at that on alley cam. Go just around the outside. Nice work from Terry Rayton. So he moves himself back up into P8. So we get back to live images. So Frost. What happened? Yep, so he got ahead of Marsh. So he's chasing down Fakey now. A couple of silver drivers in the top 4 right now. So 4th and 5th. Frost and Fakey and Frost. So good result for those guys this evening. Continuing to look at that peeking through the trees. It's glorious. So we are just over halfway. Still Ricker in the lead. Only 2.1 seconds is the difference between the two. So you can see this is Jack Steele. He's the man who's chasing right now. So I don't think I can get live sector times. No, it doesn't look like it. Stick with what we can see on the screen. That's what Jack Steele can see right now as they make their way through the carousel. This is Pierre Reed, who was in the pits just recently. Who's that? I thought that might have been. Oh, that's a big hit. So caught just the tail end. That's a real shame because he just pitted. He was in net P3. And then just getting off the curb there. What was the spark that I saw then? Oh, I reckon that might be like from a fire on the side of the road. Probably. Shows you the detail of this game and this track. BMW versus BMW right now. Frost has been making up ground on Marsh for a lap or so now as the leaders have pitted. So Ricker and Steele are both in the pits. So there's Ricker. Is he away or is he just arriving? He'd be just arriving. Yeah, he's got to hit his mark here. Yeah, there's Steele. Makes his way through. Keep an eye on that while they're in there. Probably about a minute 6. Looks like it's the par time that was set by James Pierre Reid about 7.5 minutes ago. Both in there right now. Here comes Adrian Rice into the pits as well. He makes his way in there. As we get back to this action here, these guys will be fast approaching them shortly as they're going down the Donia Straight. And Ricker out of the pits. Here comes Steele, so he nailed his stop. So did Ricker. The fight will continue for another 50 minutes and 40 seconds at least. And then getting back to Frost and Fakeney now. As they're at the tail end of the straight here, going through Tiergut from Ryan. And they're both in the pits. Matthew Marsh deciding to continue on. So he hits his spots. That's Fakeney. Frost as well. Alright, the race is on in the pits for those two. In the meantime, 2.5 seconds is the gap right now between Ricker and Steele. So Jack Steele is going to push Ricker all the way here. Still a long way to go. We've only just gone past the halfway mark. So plenty of time left in this one. And it's a lot of concentrating to do. Looks like Fakeney's going. Frost. No, so Matt Frost just having to stop a little bit longer than Neil Fakeney. And Paul Russell darts through. Rayton in the pits. So is Jensen. So Fakeney was able to get out. This is going to be for position between Paul Russell and Neil Fakeney, just pitted versus Paul Russell, who's pitted almost 9 minutes ago. So he's going to just have to get back up to speed here. He's going to have to do that under a little bit of duress with the Porsche all over the back. And here goes Paul Russell. He's going to send it down the down the inside, gets the job done. So nice work to Paul Russell. Takes that position away, so P7 is where he sits right now. Jensen out of the pits, gets his stop done, as Terry Rayton did as well. Other cars to pit, Marsh, and that'll be about it, I think. There's two drivers who stopped twice. That's Terry Rayton and Lee Perkins. And we've lost another one. Down to 14 now. No, it's not Pierre Reid. Not too sure who it is. Here's Terry Rayton though, all over the back of Peter Wall. Silver class still being led by Adrian Rice, although he does have Neil Fakeney right behind him right now. I wonder if anything happened to Rice. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, and it might have been the timing anomaly because he is all clear and we couldn't see Neil Fakeney anywhere near him. So Adrian Rice still Still holds on to P4 outright and first in silver class. Matthew Marsh, he's the highest of the AM class runners. He's in third outright, but he is yet to pit. So in terms of where he might pop out, probably around about P5 if he was to pit right now. So I couldn't imagine he could go too much longer on that fuel tank. So I dare say to be this lap, but he's still probably he's only about halfway through the lap right now. So he's got plenty of time still to go in this one, on this trip around. This is working cross. And this is Arenberg coming up just here. Oh, he's going to go down the inside. He does. Nice job there from the Mustang driver. Let's go to the replay on that one. We'll have a look from the Helican. As Rayton comes from a long way back too. I wonder if Peter Wall just ran a little bit deep under brakes or if he was letting him through. I'm not too sure. As we go back to live images. .7 seconds the gap. There you go, that's the difference between P1 and P2. Ricker and Steele. So Jack Steele has been very impressive this season. A picture of consistency. Just hasn't been able to get across the line in P1 yet this season. Is this the race? Got a bit of work to do. Definitely catching is one thing, passing is another around here. Despite there being 179 corners, it is quite difficult to pass around here. Kicks up a little bit of dust there. Where are they through now? I think this is... yeah. Coming down through, I think Flats Garden. They got Sprung Hill, Branch Hill, as it is in English. And then this is the that's the coming up to the Klein's Carousel now. Yeah, there you go. The mini carousel, as they like to refer to it as. And then up through Galgenkopf and onto the Doninger Old Straight. Now, there was something called the Rebel Tree as well. Where's the Rebel Tree? Oh, that's out near Adeno Forest. So that's a cool little story, the Rebel Tree. Get to that a little bit later because they're not anywhere near there at the moment. Frost though, and Fakey going at it. Been a good recovery from Matt Frost. He started in P10, he's in 9th, he was dead last after turn 2. And putting in a sterling effort right now. Gap is down to 1.8 seconds, the difference between Ricker and Steele. So that Aston Martin looking the goods right now. Oh, what's happened, Benjamin Hignett? This is a replay. Oh, bang into the wall. It's the second time we've seen him have a hefty collision with the Armco. And we're back to live images. Where are we? There we are. Looks like he's going to be able to continue on. Might not be feeling the best, but giving it everything regardless. regardless. So he's down there in P9 right now, and we've lost another one down to 14. James Mack was the other one. Oh, that's Lee Perkins. Oh, that looks like it's been another big contact with the wall. Oh yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's right hand down and it's only just turning. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be a rough ride home. 85. Where are we? Terry Rayton, he's in the wall as well. So we've seen a couple, 3 in fact, in the last 60 seconds. What's happened here? Oh, that's at the mini carousel, Klein's carousel, and he goes around on the exit. That's Wall coming through. So he takes another position, moves up into P10 as we go back to live images. And Frost getting the job done on Fakeney amongst all of that. Ah, there you go, out of the final turn. I think that was out of Cohen Ryan or Hudson-Buck. I think Cohen Ryan. I think it was. So, or turn or T13. I don't know. Anyway, that was the job done. 1.6 seconds the difference between these two. Both did a 9-minute and 11-second lap. There's about a 1/10 the difference, which is not a hell of a lot on this circuit. As Benjamin Higdet making his way into the pits. No doubt be repairing some of that damage. "40 minutes still to go." Oh, that car's a bit beaten and battered, isn't it? Oh, Fakeney. When did he pit? 10 minutes ago. So, yeah, he's got a long way to bring that home. As he begins another lap. One of these corners through here is named after Sabine Schmidt as well, who was renowned as the queen of the Nordschleifer. So unfortunately, she passed away in 2020. Can't remember, but 2021 is when they named the corner after. She's the only woman to win the 24-hour race back to back. 96 and 97. It's the first time that she ever drove a car around there. She was ridiculously young and she had stolen her mum's car. So her first laps around the Nordschleife were done in her mum's car that she stole. And then when she brought it back and her mum went to drive it the next day, she was like, "What has happened to my car?" It had no brakes and the tyres were extremely worn. So she basically grew up there. I think she kind of rose to sort of wider public fame after the Top Gear episode where she drove a sort of Ford minivan around there at some ridiculous time. And that's when she became, I think, known to the wider motorsport community, but she was already a legend well before that. 96, 97, back-to-back Nordschleife 24 hours. That is, a phenomenal effort. Oh, look at that. That's blinding. Let's go for a replay here. Go on board and just see how bad it is. Look at that, right in your face. Wow. That is just brutal. Doesn't get much easier either for a big stretch of it. Not easy conditions for the drivers out there, but Adrian Rice making the best of it. So I was quite sad to hear that he was not going to race, but glad that he changed his mind. Maybe it's just a change of livery that he needed. He doesn't have the normal livery, and I am convinced that little spark there, that was from like a little trackside fire from a spectator in a little campfire scenario. They go through the mini. That's Klein's carousel. That's no, that's the Caracciola carousel, not the Klein's carousel, the mini one. That's a bit further along. Yeah, and then Headswig. So that's Headswig height. Yeah, something to do with the height of the track through there. And then Whipperman, so Seesaw Man. Where are they through here? Oh, this is going to be up through Brunchen, which is the YouTube corner. This is the famous corner. A lot of people put on YouTube through there. It's Little Spring. So high speed corner with a famous bridge. Brunchen means little spring in German, named after a small spring in the area, and also otherwise known as YouTube corner, because that's where a lot of over the jump there. That's where a lot of that's Flansgarten 1 and 2. I think it actually goes to Flansgarten 3 as well. It does Plant Garden, if you like. And then on the entry here, yeah, this is through here. This is Swallowtail, because it looks like the tail of a swallow bird. I think I've mentioned that one already. Klein's Carousel. They did go through Stefan Ballot S corner. He was another legend of the ring as well. So Galgenkorb, a high-speed uphill section. Galgenkopf, yeah, it means gallows head. I've mentioned that one already. I'll try and get them all out. Got good racing though going on, at least. He winds the big V8 up. There's been a lot of chatter about the tall gear ratio of the Mustang, and gets put into action right there, and he takes that position away. Now Matthew Marsh, I reckon he'll probably pit this trip around. He kind of needs to, because he hasn't yet, and there's only 33 minutes left. I'm not too sure how much further he could have made it. There we go. His steal, so 1.6 seconds the gap. Last trip around, only a couple of tenths faster, whatever that's worth. And conditions a little bit more favourable now. 6:43 a.m. 19 degrees air, matches the track temperature. And this has been a fantastic effort from both these drivers. Ricker obviously has been in the lead throughout, but Steele hasn't put a foot wrong. Been driving fantastically, has Jack Steele all season. Not just tonight, but the whole season he's been on point. So Marsh makes his stop. Here comes Frost. And he gets that position on Marsh. Nice. Oh, he runs deep though. That's going to open it up for Frost. Not quite. So Matt Frost holds on to P6. James Pierre Reid, after that little spin that we saw earlier, still doing well in P number 4. That bonnet is flapping around a little bit, so he's having to sort of drive around a bit of an injured car right now. Doing a fantastic job is James Pierre-Reid. He did start 3rd, currently 4th. Adrian Rice is the man who's occupying the position where Pierre-Reid started. Back to Marsh, who else? So he's our AM class leader, and by a long way as well. So he's really flying along. Wally Masterson is in 2nd in class, but he's 5 spots behind Marsh in P12. Got to give it up for this man here again. We've seen him in the wars, and he has definitely stayed true to form. One thing you can say about Benjamin Hignett, he is not a quitter. He keeps on going no matter the circumstances, the scenario, the conditions. He keeps on going, so you've got to give him credit where credit is due. And credit is due to this man right now. It's less than a second, the gap at the front of the field. We've been racing for about an hour and 20 minutes now. We're just entering the final half an hour. I've been relatively well entertained. I hope you have as well. I'm not going to say this has definitely not been one of my better streams. I'm not going to lie. It's a very unfamiliar track. It's a very, very unique track as well. So if you don't know it inside out, back to front, it can be quite difficult. And clearly I don't. So hence you've gotten the quality of the stream. But thanks for hanging in there. That's Terry Rayton. He's hanging it on the inside. And he takes that position away from Peter Wall. So he moves up into P9 as he begins another lap of the Nordschleife. I think it's named after the area that it's in. This track runs through a lot of different areas. A lot of different, what do you call them? You wouldn't call them suburbs, would you? But counties or whatever. Being a 20-kilometre circuit, you have to expect that. So these guys are just going through Kesselchen, and then Klosterl is Coventry Curve, and then Mutkurve. I think this is Style Streck. What the hell that means? Can I find it? I've got to get to the tree of Jimmy Broadbent, the Rebel Tree. There's a cool story behind that. We'll see if anyone's around near there. I don't want to miss this action, because I wouldn't want to rob Jack Steele of the opportunity to see himself on the stream if he does get past Max Ricker. So maybe he doesn't even watch the stream, who knows. No offense taken if you don't, that's fair enough. Oi! It's a bit of a tank slapper. Let's see how that looked on board. Such little margin for error. Oh, that was close. That was close. He's just lost a little bit of time there, as you would imagine. And Max Rickett just running a little bit wide there on the dirt as well himself. So less than half an hour remaining. Where are they now? Yeah, this is the mini carousel. Alright, I've got to stay with them until we get to the Rebel Tree, because So top speed today on the straight. Rickard 283, Steele 282. 287 is the fastest. That's Frost and Jensen as well. Zach Jensen. He's had one of the fastest times through here. I think that when we're going through that early weather phase, I think there's been a bit of strain on my PC. Just, you know, if you're curious. What time are we doing now? What have we got? 8:16.2 to an 8:15.8. So Steele on the march. He was faster even when he had that little moment as well that we're on board with. Out through the GP circuit, 7 a.m. in the morning. Track has only continued to increase in temperature at 20 degrees right now, matching the air temperature. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Geez, 20 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be a hot day, you would think. Stick with them. Who else is around? So Marsh leading AM. Rice, he's a minute 12 behind these guys, so he's a fair way off. He's still on the main straight. Oh no, he's at the end of it now. Yeah, it's pretty wild that this track they had to suspend building because is it World War? Maybe World War One. I'm not a history buff. I'm not a war guy. Might have been World War One. I think maybe. I don't know. Ooh, 85. That's a car. That's Terry Rayton. Oh dear. That's not looking good. How did that come about for Terry Rayton? Oh, that's how it came about for him. That's. Oh, and then one for good measure on the way through. Get back to live images. That's a bit of damage. Peter Wall has gotten through there. Where did he start? He started P8, Peter Wall, so he's running in P9 at the moment. So Rayton, thankfully for him, it's happened right at the end of the circuit rather than at the beginning. Still not ideal for it to have happened though. Oh, here we go. So there's a tree on the left-hand side. They call it the Rebel Tree. Oh, I think I missed it. And it was Jimmy Broadbent one day downloaded a mod, a snow mod, where you could actually drive the track in Assetto Corsa in like a snowy landscape. But then there's a tree that's there that's specifically modeled to be there and wasn't shared with other tree textures in the game. So the mod creator either didn't know how or didn't want to turn that tree white. So essentially the entire Nordschleife was covered in snow apart from that one tree, and therefore it was called the Rebel Tree. There you go. Adrian Rice is not too far away from it. Let's see if I can actually see it. Go on board. Where it's supposed to be. It's like just on the left-hand side somewhere. It sort of sticks out by itself. Oh, Matthew Marsh though. Where is it? Not too sure. Oh, that's Lee Perkins. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? And this is just the replay. Sorry. That's just him sitting there. We'll get back to live images very, very shortly. And here we go. He's still there. The gap between Ricker and Steele is just eked out a little bit now. It's 4.1 seconds. Perkins isn't moving. So, I'm not too sure if that's... Oh, yeah, here we go. He's going now. That's just up near Mut Curve, Courage Corner. Courage Curve. Up near Style Strike as well. Anyway, he's up and running. Frost is making some territory again. 21 minutes to go. So we're not too far away from the end of this one now. An hour and a half we'll have been racing for in 50 seconds and counting. And the difference is 4.1 seconds between Ricker and Steele. These are the two closest cars on circuit right now, though. And they're just coming up towards... Oh, I think this is Metzgersfeld or Metzgersfield. And then they're going to go through... this is Callenhard, I believe, up through here. Yep. And then like a sharp right-hand corner. And then just up towards here, this is called Weissifen, which is Defense Valley. No, it isn't. It's called Exenhull Watermill, because there was a windmill there. A watermill windmill thingy was there. Asphalt Bracefield, Wide Forest Clearing, up through here. I think that's the left-hander there. And then just up a little bit further along. That's, yeah, the Lauder Linsken Rick. That's the Lauder left kink. And then the right-hand corner, that's Bergwerk. So Mine Mountain Work. So they lead and silver was once mined in the area. That's why they called it Mine Mountain Work. Then Kesselchen, which is Little Valley. What else? And then, yeah, back to Klosterul, which is Convent Corner. I've already explained that one. Mut Curve, Courage Curve. I keep on coming back to this skyscraper or whatever the hell it is. I can't see it on my finger. Oh, there you go. Steeply sloping section used as a texture. Oh, yeah. That's a really interesting one, actually. It was used as a testing section, and it had a 27-degree incline. So manufacturers would come along there and they would actually test their drive shafts up the hill, so they had the 27-degree incline. But then once cars actually started getting more powerful, the car would actually end up, it would have too much power and it would flip over because it'd have too much torque and it would lift the front end up. And so they couldn't use it for testing there anymore. So yeah, that was a cool one. Steeply sloping section. Style Strike is what it's. Style Strike. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But there you go. I thought that was it. See, this is what I mean. It's a very interesting circuit. This is, Asbach. This is for Ashbrook. So there's there's ash trees in the area. Brunchen as well. So Brunchen is, yeah, as I mentioned, YouTube Corner. Are they coming up towards there? No, this is Hedwig's I think. Hedwig's Height. It's named after the wife of the dude who built the NORDSCHLIEFER, I think. Where are we? Yeah, Ice Curve. That was cool because it was of the trees there and the shadow they cast over the track. It dries out last and it's cold and slippery as ice. Flans Garden is plant garden through there. There's like a nursery or something through there, referring to the former agricultural use of the land. And then they come through, Klein's Carousel. Yeah, there's a dude though, so there's a guy, Klein's Carousel before that. So there's a dude named Stefan Baloff who set the lap record time in 1983, the 25th of May, of a 6 minute 11.13 seconds for a 1,000-kilometer race. Oh, what's happened here? Fake news and Marsh. He actually crashed at that section, and they renamed the corner after him in 2013. This is Paul Russell and Matt Frost. Matt Frost gets the job done, and Fakeney is ahead of Marsh now as well. So he's had a good race today, has Matt Frost. This is Jensen on debut for the season. There you go. So I think I've covered off nearly all of the section names. Like I said, I did have a lot of I did do a fair bit of research. I watched some cool YouTube videos on it as well. What else did I do? I used good old ChatGPT. ChatGPT didn't know all the corner names, so that was kind of good. It knew about a half. Knew about half, maybe a third of the corner of the details. Like I said, there's 179 corners. They just give them sections with multiple corners in there. Where are these guys? Oh, these guys are going through the GP part of the circuit. I think this is Goodyear corner, and then they'll go up through the Michael Schumacher S's. And apparently these corners change quite often depending on the name, whoever wants to sponsor it. What else? Oh yeah, here we go. So so pretty much turn one after they come off the GP circuit. So that's like, and then they'll go left here. Yeah. So if you go right, that's back onto the GP circuit. So that's this is T1, T13, sorry, named after the T13 grandstand on the right. And then this is Sabine Schmidt's curve through there. And then Hudson-Bach. Hudson-Bach is named after a nearby stream that flows through the area. Bach means stream, Hutz means hunt. Apparently they used to hunt back there in the day as well. Hochhaken. Too many cuts for me. Quiddelbacher Herd, highest point of the village of Quiddelbach. Like I said, there's heaps of little villages through here. Where are we now? Yeah, this is Cotton Bomb. There we go. Used to be Dunlop. There used to be a Dunlop Bridge to cross over the track through there, and then Schwedenkreuz, so a Swedish cross named after the actual stone cross standing there in 1638. A mayor of the area who died in the battle, so it's named after him. The name translates to Swedish cross. Yeah, named after a memorial cross erected by Swedish soldiers during the war. There you go. Where are they now? They're coming up to Adenauer Frost, which is Adenauer Forest, a complex section featuring right-hander. It's named after the nearby Adenauer Frost and the town of Adenau. And then, the tree of Jimmy Broadbent is somewhere along there, I think, or I might have missed that. I don't know. And then Metzgerfeld, are they there? Yeah, they're just out of there. I feel that belongs to Metzger's. as version 1 and 2. That is Callan Forest. Fast off-camber left-hander. Oh, yeah. The nickname Callan translates to hard on the collars, likely referring to the difficult nature of the corner. Also referred to as the corner of death. There you go. So there is an actual corner of death. That was turn 4 at Budapest. But there's also a corner of death at the NORDSCHLIEFER as well. What else have we got? I'm enjoying myself doing this. This is quite good, actually. They're coming out of Bergwerk now. I think I've gone through all of them. I just wanted to do that because there's no point in doing all the research if I wasn't going to communicate it all. And only 11 minutes left. How good. It's getting very close to my bedtime as well. That's why. Terry Rayton, he's in the pits right now. How long's he been in there for? 1:39. The battle at the front, so Rickett and Steele, is at 3.1 seconds. So he was about 3 seconds slower than Rickett on that previous lap, was Jack Steele. So Max Rickett. I reckon this will be the next trip around will be the final lap for those guys. I'm not too sure how it's going to work for everyone else, but with 10 minutes to go, they've been doing 8-minute lap times. Oh, we might be doing 2 more laps. That's going to be brutal. Yeah, we are. Oh, that's not great, is it? Or I wonder if it'll just be like the leader is on the final lap when it goes to 000 because the lap is so long. No, well, they're going to get there before. Oh, man. That kind of sucks. Yeah, we're not getting the signal, are we? And they're going to go 2 more laps. Well, that hasn't worked out very well, has it? Russell and Frost. So I'm really disappointed by that. Yeah, Whipperman. C is also known as Seesaw Man. At least I can make sure I get all of them. Apologies if this is boring, but Seesaw Man, where are you, Seesaw Man? Whipperman is named after the Whipperman family who owned land in the area. There you go. I think this is coming up towards YouTube Corner, I think, which is Bunchen. No, they're past that already, I think. Yeah, they're way past that. Where's the... where's like the jumping corner? Damn. Anyway, as they make their way down the straight, he's been my driver of the day, Matt Frost. I know we don't do driver of the day. I think I've expressed my views on Matt Frost in the past. He's good, very good, solid driver. Is Matt Frost. I think he's a bit of a rules veteran as well, been around for a long time. Absolutely on it. Oh, 33 gets a pit stop, a 30-second stop and go. So here's Max Rickard. It's going to have a while still to go. Yeah, he's just making his way just through Schwardenkreuz. I can't remember who the guy was, Anton or something. He's got like tens of thousands of YouTube subscribers. He's really good. He drove like a Polestar around the circuit. It was lightly snowing as well, and he would actually give you like a tour of the circuit. He knew every section, he knew every corner, like every section name, could tell you all the story. So whatever that guy's name is, I thank you. He was part of my research as well. Very interesting video. Alright, Nando Latenzio, how are you? Evening, I hope call's going well. The stream is always worth watching. Oh, that's very nice. Thanks, Nando. Shame you're not racing tonight. I know you've had technical difficulties with your pedals, I believe. So you just had a bit of bad luck this season. So that was the gap you can see between Steele and Ricker. Where are they? They're just up through Field, I think. Up towards there, near Callanhard. Yeah, Callanhard is this right-hander here. Yep. Left. This is worst siphon, Defense Valley. Were means to defend, and siphon means valley, and it also separated Adenau and Breitske towns. There you go. So this is the right-hander that will lead shortly into the. That was, oh yeah, so that was Style Streck into the carousel, named after Rudolph Caracciola. Oh, there's 33 again. That's Lee Perkins. Last week's AM Class Victor. This is going to be this week's AM Class Victor if he can hold on for another almost 2 laps. It's a long time. Where are they at? Yeah, they're going to have to do another full lap after this one. So 4 seconds the difference. Adrian Rice is first in silver class right now, doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job tonight. 21 degrees. Track and air temperature increased by 1. 7:42 a.m. Just delightful conditions to be driving in. So he's looking the goods right now for a podium and silver class victory. Here's Adrian Rice. Gap is down to 3.5 seconds. There you go, you can see it. You can see the lure just up ahead. He's top speed today. 282 kilometers as he goes under the Antonio's book. So we should get the signal very, very shortly that this is the final lap.
Alright, man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
There we go. Final lap. Max Ricker begins. 3.3 seconds is the gap between he and Jack Steele. He just has 20 kilometers of racetrack, 179 corners to navigate to take out race victory. And I think this would be race victory number 3 for the season for Max Ricker. So that would be a fantastic effort from him. Let's see if he can hold on all the way to the end. Other close cars. So as mentioned, Rice is silver class leader, and Matthew Marsh on his return is the AM class leader. So we've gone 000. So the car that's going to have the most time to do is going to be Zach Jensen. So he's only just at the early stages of this lap. He's just coming through, that's Metzgersfeld, and getting ready for the right-hander of Callan or Callan Forest. Just started to get like the hang of this track as well. Oh, Fateney and Reed, they swap positions. What happened, Neil Fateney? He might have made a little mistake here by the looks of it. Oh no, that's Reed. What's happening with James Pierre Reed there? He's able to get through. Has Reed got an issue? As we're back to live images. Oh, he does have a big issue. Oh yeah, the issue is he's hit the wall pretty bloody hard. So yeah, that's rough. That's Lee Perkins, who was just up ahead of Marsh there, and that's Neil Fakeney just up ahead of Marsh as well. So some late race dramas for those guys. I wonder if they have to cross the line and do a whole another lap as well. We'll wait and see. There's Ricker. He's about just over a quarter of the lap through. Fakeney continues on. Oh, that's Paul Russell in the pits. I reckon that's a fuel miscalculation, because that car doesn't look damaged, and we should know by the stop. That's a fuel miscalculation right there for Paul Russell, unfortunately for him. So Marsh goes through, Fakeney goes through as well. Russell coming out. Ah, he would have been on track for a top 5 finish, but he's miscalculated fuel. He was planning on taking it relatively easy tonight as well. He said he put the leather recliner seats in the car and he was all ready just for a Sunday drive. As Pierre Reed comes into the pits, that's pretty tough luck at this stage of the race to cop that much damage. But yeah, this man here, it's easy to do, isn't it? Easy to miscalculate the fuel. We've all done it. Alright. So... Oh Oh no, Jack Steele's had a big hit somewhere as well. Oh no, that's big damage. And he's still in the early stages of the lap as well. So, where's Adrian Rice? He's a ways behind, but I think he's going to definitely catch Steele. Let's go on board with him. He's definitely going to catch Steele here. So Adrian Rice is going to take. He's got a P2 up for grabs. Oh man, that thing just doesn't want to turn left at all. Oh man. Oh no, 85. Who's 85? Oh, that's Terry Rayton. Why has he got like a yellow thing around there? He might. Oh. What's happened? 15. Number 15 stop go penalty. Oh, that's Pierre Reid. That's a bit of salt in the wound there. It's right at the very end of the race. So concentration levels have been exhausted. It's almost 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. So quite late. In saying that, though, these guys, quite a few of these guys are night hours. Not uncommon to see him up till 9 a.m. I think sometimes after a race. That ain't my jam though. Alright, so Adrian Rice. Let's oh, that's big damage, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah. And the onboard is even worse. So how's he even getting that around still? Gap down to 55 seconds between Rice and Steele. Listen to that beautiful big V8 just humming along. I wonder if he will catch him. We kind of thought it was a bit of a slam dunk there. As Lee Perkins has said, it's enough for me, I'm done. 53 seconds. He's not exactly making up time hand over fist right now is Adrian Rice. So down to 52 seconds. This could be close. Jack Steele still could hold on to P2. This is Max Ricker. He's definitely holding on to P1 right now. Through the mini carousel, Klein's carousel. What are we? We're 7 minutes 20, so not far away. It's been a war of attrition, and this man, he has not put a foot wrong, has Max Ricker. He's been quite a, wouldn't say dominant win, because he's had Jack Steele behind him for 98% of the race. Just this last little part is where Steele made his only mistake for the entire race. But Max Ricker, he's been fantastic this season. This is going to be race victory number 3 for him. And this will go a long way to solidifying his spot for a back-to-back championship aspirations. Get him in the chat too. But Max Ricker, everyone, congratulations. He is the survivor. He is the winner of the Nordschleife 110 minutes, round number 7. Victory goes to Max Ricker. Congratulations, Max Ricker, the number 1 on the car. Matches the number 1 on the timing screen. Big congratulations to him. So Jack Steele, I think Steele's going to hold on miraculously. He will. So he's down the Dottingham straight, and he's able to take home a very bruised and battered Aston Martin. Have a look at that. I think that tells the whole story right there. How's he even managing to get that, to even limp that home? He's managed to do a good job, because Adrian Rice, it's not a glitch, is it? Yeah, I don't think so. He lost a fair bit of time to Rice, but Jack Steele, congratulations, Jack Steele. A very, very well-deserved P2. It's a shame he couldn't challenge for P1 all the way to the end, but he did a fantastic job of it all. And that is Jack Steele in P2. Congratulations, Jack Steele. I think that's his equals his best finish. I think that's 2 seconds in a row for him as well. So big congrats to Jack Steele. And here's the leader of the silver class. It's going to be Adrian Rice, and third outright. So a podium to boot and a class victory. This man should say that he's not racing more often, because he's done a fantastic job tonight in that in the Mustang. Haven't really seen him put a foot wrong. Congratulations, Adrian Rice, third and silver class victory. That's a superb drive from him in the number 56 Mustang. I'm sure he'll be quite happy with that. So Ricker, Steele and Rice, that is our podium. Matt Frost is on his way to finishing the lap. Behind him is Neil Fakeney. Then we've got Matthew Marsh as well. He'll be the AM class winner as well. So we've already had the outright winner. We've got the silver class winner in Adrian Rice. And looking like Matthew Marsh is going to break the streak of Peter Wall, who's still going to finish 10th. Pierre Reid with a stop-go penalty, so he'll have to serve that. He might serve that post-race, so that'll elevate Peter Wall up a spot as well. But congratulations to Matt Frost. A great drive from him. Definitely deserved a podium today, but fourth is still pretty bloody good for him. And here's Neil Fakeney. He's going to come home fifth. He will finish second in silver class. He started the race in 11th. So he's going to finish 6 positions higher than where he started. And that's Matthew Marsh as well. So he is our AM class victor as well, as Fakeney makes his way towards the line. Congratulations, Neil Fakeney. He'll come home P5. And our AM class victory is Matthew Marsh upon his return. And he takes 6 outright. So big congratulations there to Matthew Marsh. Here's Paul Russell. Oh, big slam into the wall there. That's P7. It's a bit frustrated after that late race miscalculation with the fuel. Pierre Reid a fair way behind as well. So it's Max, it's A Rice, and it's M Marsh. Let's see if we can get some post-race interviews going here, shall we? In the green room. Is it the green? Yes. Alright. We'll see if we can get... I know the race is still going, but it's a long lap. Alright. Max Ricker usually jumps in there like straight away. We'll see. I'm not too sure if we're going to do post-race interviews today. There's no one in there at the moment, as Pierre Reid is finishing off his lap. There's a few other drivers behind him as well. I can't see anyone in the green room as of yet. James Pierre Reid, he's going to finish, but he's going to finish 8th. He's going to have to serve that penalty. He's got the stop-go penalty. That goes up to a minute. So that means Benjamin Hignett. Big shout-out to Benjamin Hignett once again. One thing he is not a quitter, that's for sure. Bit of wall riding there at the end. Here's Peter Wall. He's going to come home in P10. We'll get elevated up a spot as well. And Wally Masterson and Zach Jensen, as well as Lee Perkins is just starting a lap. He's got a long way to go, old Lee Perkins. Here's Wally Masterson. Is anyone in there yet? There is no... Oh, here you go. Max Ricker. Are you
Hello,
there?
Nick. How are you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you? Congratulations. That was a big race. You started in P1 and you led all the way. Was it as easy as you made it to look?
No, no, I was catching my breath a little bit, to be honest. It was very intense because Steely was on fire.
He was.
Yeah, he was quick. He was quick. I couldn't keep up with his times. I don't know how. Luckily, I got those 6 seconds in the first lap. Because if not, yeah, there was a little bit of elastic between us. But
Yep.
yeah, he was very quick. He was very quick, like very quick. I didn't have anything more.
Yeah, well, he pushed you all the way, basically. Like, it just did. The only mistake he made was on the last lap. He put in the wall pretty hard.
Yeah, that I think that there is a dog involved in that.
Yeah, because it was about 3 seconds the gap between you for sort of the last sort of 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think his dog jumped on the pedals.
Oh,
and,
his dog. Oh, I was wondering, what are you talking about? A dog? His
Yeah,
dog
yeah,
jumped on the pedals. Oh no!
Yeah, that's what he said in the chat. He was like, yeah, because as soon as I saw it, like, so it was 3 seconds and then suddenly 13. And you good? Like, yeah, dog jumped on the pedals. It's like, yeah, that will do.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because it was a big hit. If you watch the stream or if you fast forward it to the end, you'll see that there's a lot of damage.
I had time to go and check the replay. Yeah, it was a big hit.
Yeah.
Look, it was. I was really looking forward doing a race on this track with 2 stints and no crashes.
Yep.
I almost crashed the lap 3, I think, in the chicane the chicane on the GP circuit.
Yep.
The one at the back before getting into Nords.
Yep.
And I lost 3 seconds there. Then I almost crashed once again at the end of the lap before the straight. It was like, oh no, Max, keep it together. But that's where Steely jumped on me. But yeah, no, look, it's like yeah, we were between 6 and half a second for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was very close the whole time. So he definitely he pushed you all the way tonight, which was really awesome.
Yeah. It was a good race. And Ricey did the third, very good. He was always complaining about the good old Mustang, and today he was very happy, I think.
Yeah. I'm just. Can you join for a quick interview post race? I don't know if he's already gone, but yeah, considering he wasn't supposed to be racing tonight, but he came home P3 and he won the silver class.
Not bad. And Crunch, I think he did like 2 laps of practice and he finished 5th. So
yeah, he did a fantastic
Mashi was on fire.
I know.
I was watching a little bit of the end of the race.
Yeah, and Zach Jensen debuted tonight as well, so he did all right. And I think we had 16 starters and we had 14 finishes. So, which I think is pretty good. I think we only lost 2. We lost Herbertron and James Mack. That was it. The rest all survived.
Absolutely. At least it was a good race.
Yeah, it was good.
You?
Yeah,
Perfect.
it was all right. Yeah, no, it was fine. I did a lot of research for this one, so I was a little bit more prepared. Had a few little technical issues there during the part of it, but no, all in all, it was good to do another race, another stream at Nords. It was enjoyable. So.
Beautiful. Then I'll leave you with Ricey.
All right. Thanks very much, Max. Congratulations and good luck for next week.
Thank you. See ya.
Thanks, mate. All right. We got Adrian Rice. Are you there, Adrian?
Hopefully, yep.
Mate, for the guy that said, I'm not racing this week, and for the team I'm not actually racing, you did pretty bloody good.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Mustang to go return normal service next race because it's been an absolute shocker the last few races.
Oh, well, today, let's focus on today's race. Phenomenal effort. I don't think I saw you make contact with the wall once today.
I brushed it very lightly. Was a bit after the carousel.
Yep.
There's the 2 right-handers after the carousel, and then you got the left-hander straight after that. If I touch that curb, it just bounces across. I just got it one lap and just sort of ran across it, but didn't actually, no real damage or anything.
Yep. Yeah, and so what was it about? What was it about this truck and combo, this car combo today? It's because you've said you've struggled a little bit the last couple of races. You've had some good races, but the last couple of races you struggled a bit. You've admitted that yourself. What was it about Nords and the Mustang that sort of brought it together for you?
I don't know. I went back and there was at Zandvoort. I did a lot of mucking about with my controllers, especially my pedals, and I noticed that there were some really weird settings, and that the pedals would still work. And you go, well, they shouldn't, because I mean, like I was running things like 75% dead zone and all this sort of stuff, and I was still working.
Yeah.
And so I went out and just sort of deleted all my controller files and reset them all and restarted again. I restarted with some settings that I found somewhere on one of the Reddit or one of those, and I put them in. It just seemed to be much better,
right?
As far as not triggering traction control all the time, and just all that sort of stuff. So whether it's going to transfer to the next track, no idea. But here it just worked for some reason. So I'll take it while I can. But I wouldn't bank on it being in the same position next time.
And what did you find most appealing about this circuit? What did you like most about it? What sort of connected with you the most that hasn't happened on a lot of other circuits?
I don't know. I did a lot of laps in the Gran Turismo days on it, so some that had to eventually work for me as a positive thing eventually. Yeah. And sort of and the fact the Mustang's got such great straight line speed, you can sort of be a bit conservative through the twisty bits and still do a decent lap time. So. Yeah.
Oh. No, he's actually. Sorry, I was just looking at the thing. It says Marshy's actually silver, and all right, I don't know who did AM. That's good. What was I going to? Oh, and tell us about the tall gears of sixth gear. There's been a lot of talk during the week of this tall gear range on the Mustang.
Yeah, it's just got a very wide ratio. I mean, I don't know if that's real or just the Kunos Coach Dave CDA version, but like first gear is very short, and you have a lot of trouble. I have a lot of trouble with wheel spin because the traction control just doesn't work well enough.
Yeah.
And second gear is so tall that if you try and short shift from first to second, you just die out of the corners.
Right.
And then sixth gear is so tall, you almost don't need it. Like I was only changing it very briefly for the run from the bridge down the hill towards the last couple of corners before the start-finish straight. That's the only time you actually needed to put in sixth, and literally only for maybe a second, because it would just bounce off the rev limiter just before you'd go for the braking. So sixth gear, you sort of wonder why it's even there. And like as we discussed, the only thing we can think of is that at tracks like Le Mans, Nords, when you've got lots of traffic, you'll be able to use that sixth gear to be in the draft of some people. You won't go any faster, but you'll save fuel, lower engine revs, all that sort of stuff. So that's the only thing we can think of why it's so tall.
Okay, well, mate, stunning effort today. Fantastic. Didn't put a foot wrong. Came home in silver and a podium to boot. So hopefully this is the sign of the more things to come in the final two rounds at Valencia and Paul Ricard. So congratulations.
Thanks, mate. I hope it does continue, but
keep this livery.
I won't bank that check until it actually comes through.
Keep this livery and keep this team name and just rock it until it doesn't work, all right? And then go to the next plan after that.
Yep, that sounds a good idea.
Awesome. Cheers. All right. Thanks, mate. Congratulations. See ya. All right. Now, Matthew Marsh, are you silver or are you AM? Which one are you?
Well, this is the debate, isn't it? I don't know. I think I definitely was silver. I'm very happy to be silver. I don't think I'm an AM. I think because I hadn't done any of the other races this season and snuck in just for this circuit because I can't not do it really. Right. So I think I'm a silver. I don't think I'm an AM.
Well, let's ask you anyway because you're here, and I can't remember who the other AM person was. Good race. So where have you been? You've been overseas, I think.
I've been you know how it is. This is such a great hobby, but just been a bit too busy really to put to find time on Monday nights. But anyway, it's great to be here today. It's, as I said, can't resist the Nürburgring. There's quite a lot of whinging, I have to say, Nick, going on the
Is there?
chat between the drivers. Yeah, I have to say, as a simulation, that's not very realistic because real life drivers, sorry, not real life, physical life drivers, because we're all in real life racing on sims, don't moan as much as they do in sim racing. So that's something we should look into.
Yeah, well, I think car racing drivers and whinging sort of go hand in hand. I would have thought so.
Quite a lot of complaining about the circuit being difficult, which I think means it's a good simulation of the circuit.
Yeah, well, that's probably a reflection of that. You had a cracking battle with you and Matt Frost for quite a while. You guys were locked in battle there.
I'm not used to having Frosty behind me, so it was quite fun for a little bit. But he was obviously quite a lot quicker, and the same with Crunch. I managed to. I didn't, as you probably noticed, I didn't change tyres at the stop, which put me back ahead of Crunch, but not for too long. But good fun racing with those guys always. You know where you stand, and it's fun, lots of fun.
Yeah, well, I think I was on you and Frosty for quite a while there because you were sort of the two closest cars on track. But yeah, no, it was a cracking battle between the both of you. And what were your thoughts on Nords and the 110 minutes? Thank you for correcting me, by the way, in the chat today. I got all that changed. I didn't. Attention to detail is not my strong suit, so I do thank you for that.
It doesn't matter as much for you, Nick, because you've got to stay on the comms till the end of the race, however many minutes. Whereas for us, if we don't get the fuel right, it's quite important. So no, that was a small detail. You know, it was really interesting the timing that was set for this race, because it might not have been apparent from outside the cars, but inside there was, for probably at least half the race, the sun was in your eyes.
It was brutal. I did. I picked that up. I think I even had like there was a certain part of the track. I can't remember where in particular where you'd come around the bend, and when the sun was at a certain level, it was like blinding right in your eyes. It was sort of that first part of the track. I think it was mainly. Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, and it's a beautiful circuit to drive. The rhythm is so nice that once you get into it, even if you can't entirely see where you're going, and actually it's more difficult when the sun's there than when it's dark, because when it's dark, everything's very clear in the headlights. So yeah, it's a real challenge. It's a really clever race timing. And you enjoyed that timing aspect of it as well today. Yeah, it made a big difference. I think otherwise it would have been. You know, because it meant that the conditions were changing quite a lot through the race. Not necessarily the temperature, which can be sometimes if the temperature changes too much, it can be too much to handle because it really affects the tyres. But the light changing is something that, you know, almost every lap you are thinking, am I going to be able to see the apex of that fifth gear corner? Which, you know, is kind of an important thing to be able to see. It was really good. Was it foggy at some stages as well? A little bit down at the bottom of the hill. Down near Bergwerk, it tends to be early in the morning, a bit of mist. It's fabulous. It's such a great place. Yeah, I wish I was there. Yeah, I've actually visited I've done a lap around the NORDSCHLIEFER a long time ago. It's a beautiful area. It's very mountainous and very green. It is. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is a terrific place. Yeah. Well, welcome back. Are you going to do the final two races, or? I'll try, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. We'll see. It's been great to be with the guys tonight. It's great to be able to just plug in. It's a fabulous team of people, you know, the Ruse Club. So I'm very happy to be here tonight. Yeah. Even though I seem to have lost the power of speech now, but that's just what happens when you race at the Nürburgring. No, you've just done 110 minutes. Yeah, so you're perfectly you're excused. So all right, well, I'll let you go. Thank you very much. Cheers, Nick. Yeah, thanks for all your hard work. Much appreciated by all of us. No dramas, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. But congrats on tonight. Thank you. Good night. Thanks, mate. All right, everyone. That is it. We're done. That is the 110 minutes. I was personally looking forward to that one. I put in a bit of research. So hopefully that did come across, and you all enjoyed that. And if you didn't, that's okay as well. It just is what it is. All right. It's 11:15, so wrap this up. Good work to everyone tonight. We've got 2 more races to go next week. We are doing Valencia, a much shorter circuit, and then wrap it up with Paul Ricard the week after. So until then, everyone, take care of yourself. Stay safe. Have a good week. My name's Nick, and I will see you same place, same time next Monday night.